All right, let's talk about one of the biggest shakeups happening in the financial world right now, artificial intelligence. On one hand, it's promising to change everything for the better. But on the other, it could be hiding some serious dangers, the kind that can lead to an absolute disaster. So let's get into it. Take a quick look at these names. You know them. Every single one was an absolute titan in its field. I mean, they seemed completely unbeatable, right? So what's the common thread here? You've got a bookstore, a social network, a web browser, a phone company. What on earth connects all of them? Well, the truth is, they all failed to see what was coming. They saw the world fundamentally changing around them. The dawn of e-commerce, the next wave of social media, the browser wars, and they made the wrong call. They completely misread the new reality. And that brings us right to our doorstep today. Because right now, the financial industry is staring down its own massive paradigm shift. And this one is all about AI. And you can see why everyone's jumping on board. The potential is it's huge. We're talking about AI that can approve loans in the blink of an eye, give you investment advice that feels like it was made just for you, and sniff out fraud way better than any human ever could. The pressure to adopt this stuff is intense. But here's the billion-dollar question. In this mad rush to get AI integrated, could the big financial players be walking into the exact same trap that took down those giants we just talked about? Could putting too much faith in the tech, way too soon, be the next spectacular misstep? Okay, to really understand the risk, we have to grapple with a core problem in a lot of AI systems. We often have no idea how they're making their decisions. This is what we call the black box problem. So what exactly is a black box algorithm? Well, think of it like this. You can see the data you put in, and you can see the answer that comes out. But everything that happens in between, the actual logic, the how and the why, is a complete mystery. It's opaque, sometimes even to the people who designed it. This really breaks it down, doesn't it? You feed it information, like a loan application. It churns through this super complex hidden process, and out the other side pops a simple decision, approved or denied. The problem is, if you ask why it made that choice, the system has no answer for you. And that right there is the risk. And when you put it side by side like this, the problem becomes crystal clear. A human can tell you their reasoning. You can audit their process. Someone is clearly accountable. With a black box decision, all of that just vanishes. I mean, how are you supposed to justify a decision you can't explain? And who's on the hook when the algorithm inevitably gets it wrong? And listen, this isn't just some theoretical what-if scenario. This lack of transparency leads to very real, very damaging outcomes, especially when we start talking about algorithmic bias. You see, an AI is only as good as the data you train it on. So if your historical data is already skewed, like in this example, where the overwhelming majority of approved loans came from one group, well, the AI is just going to learn that pattern. It's not trying to be unfair. It's just really good at absorbing whatever biases we feed it and then baking them right into the future. And from there, you get this awful domino effect. It starts with real people getting unfairly denied for things like loans. Before you know it, you're facing massive regulatory fines. Then public trust in your company starts to crumble. And suddenly, you're dealing with enormous legal and financial fallout. So what's the answer? Should we just scrap AI altogether? No, not at all. The solution isn't to get rid of the tool. It's to get a whole lot smarter about how we manage it. And that solution really comes down to human governance. Because this is the absolute key takeaway. Just buying the latest and greatest AI platform is not a strategy. A real strategy means building a solid framework of human oversight around that powerful technology. This is really what it looks like in practice. It means setting clear ethical rules from the very beginning. It means demanding that any critical AI decision can actually be explained. It means you're constantly auditing your algorithms for bias. And maybe most important of all, it means you always have a human in the loop for the high-stakes calls, someone whose job it is to question the AI, not just blindly trust it. You know, this quote just hits the nail on the head. The real danger isn't some sci-fi movie where the robots take over. It's far more simple and far more real. It's the danger of us humans becoming complacent and putting way too much faith in a technology that we don't fully understand. And here's the flip side, the real opportunity. When you put strong human governance in place, you're not just avoiding risk. You're actively building trust with your customers and with regulators. You end up making better, fairer decisions. You turn what could be a huge liability into a real, sustainable competitive edge.
So that leaves us with one last pretty critical question. You have to ask, without that strong human oversight, is the AI your organization is using really a trusted tool for the future? Or is it an unexplainable, unauditable, ticking time bomb, just waiting for its moment to go off?